Namaste everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here then welcome to my channel. I'm Sharwani Rao and it's nice to meet you. As I'm outside today, I will be recording on this phone, recording my voice on this phone so that there are no disturbances. So, I feel like a very professional YouTuber right now, even though this is not a proper what do you call that, microphone. I feel like a professional YouTuber. So today we're doing something different. I've never done a video like this before. You must have already read the title. We are doing a reading vlog today. This is my first ever reading vlog. I don't know if you guys will like it or not. I mean, I will face it, my videos are not doing that well after I came back from my 8-month hiatus. But I really want to document my reading journey with how much I am reading nowadays. So, in the month of November, I read 5 books. I mean, it's 6 books if you count the one audiobook that I listened to. That was my first audiobook. I will talk about it in my next video. So, this vlog is all about me reading them and giving my 2 cents about them. So, the books I'll be reading in this video are The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins, Nothing Like the Movies. This is the sequel to Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, which was one of my favorite reads of this year. The third book I read is It Happened One Summer. I read an ebook of this, that is why I don't have a physical book. Powerless by Lauren Roberts. And then I read the next book in Powerless trilogy, that is Reckless by Lauren Roberts. I don't have any clips of me reading Reckless, but I'll be giving my review on this book at the end of the video. I also went on a book shopping in the month of November, so I'll be including that as well. And this video also will have a book haul. I mean a mini book haul. When I say mini, a mini book haul. So without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. Why I'm like. Without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. Oh my god. So without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. Namaste. Hello guys, so it's November 4th and it's around 10:15 right now, and I came back from work today at 3:45, I think, at 3:45, and then I was super tired for some reason. Not for some reason, I have cold from a few days, so I'm taking the tablets, and because of the tablets I'm drowsy all the time. And today when I came back from work, I was feeling feverish, so I got really scared and I slept for a good 3 hours, and I woke up at 7:30, 7:45, and then I had other work to do. And after all of that, I took a shower and then I did my skincare, and now I'm ready to dig into it again. This has been a really slow read for me. I have been slacking off in reading since I started this, but what my friend is saying, she has finished this book. What she is saying is it takes a good 150-200 pages to finally hit you. So I am just powering through it. I've been reading this for I think around 8 days now, and I've just finished 130 pages, and that's just not me. I read really fast, so I need to see how it goes. It's 10th of November and I'm finally done with The Girl on the Train. It's one of the longest reads I've had in a while. I've been finishing books pretty quickly nowadays, but this one took me a while because I wasn't that interested and it was a little dragged on for my liking, and the characters were dull and it was quite predictable. And in the beginning it was just like the same thing again and again. Maybe it's because of my short attention span, or because I've been reading pretty quick reads, like not slow burns recently. So this was not that good for me. I give it a 3 out of 5. And also one more thing that I did not quite like about The Girl on the Train is the antagonist. I'm not going to say his or her name because if you've not read it before, I don't want to spoil you. So the antagonist, they kind of turn this to this like evil, laughing, and I don't know how to tell you, but like a psychopathic kind of behavior at the end of the book. Like something changed, like they just turned a switch on. It didn't quite hit me. Now I can read. Nothing like the movies. This was gifted to me by my sister for my birthday, so I'm going to read this. Wait a minute. Nobody told me that we're getting Wes's point of view in this book. I'm not ready for this. Thanks so much, Lynn Painter. I love you. I'm at page, 38. I'm at page 38. And our two main characters, Liz and Wiz, have not met like after their breakup and that New Year party till now, and it's like they're walking around here and they're just missing each other like by few meters, like few seconds, few minutes, and I'm like, bro, just look at each other already. Okay, so it's been 4 days, 3 or 4 days since I finished Nothing Like the Movies, and I finished this in 3 days. It's 434 pages and I finished it in 3 days. That also means that I ignored my other responsibilities and I just binge read this. Oh my god. Okay. Honestly, this was a really great book on its own, but when I compare it to Better Than the Movies, this is nothing. In light of that, this is nothing. I gave Better Than the Movies 5 out of 5. It is one of my best reads of 2024. But this, I think I can give this 4 or maximum 4.5. Mainly because we see Wes and Liz, the two main characters, have changed a lot. I mean, I understand that they're maturing and they've gone through a lot in their life since the first book, and it's already been 2 years and they've been separated for 2 years. They've not talked to each other for 2 years, so I completely understand where they're coming from, but at the same time I kind of feel a loss. Like I grieve for the people they were, Wes and Liz. I grieve for them because they were the cutest couple. Like that was one of the best love stories ever. But in this book she's changed completely because, you know, some things happen. She's become completely anti-romantic and she doesn't believe in love anymore, and he has also gone through a lot. He has become hardened. And she cannot trust anyone anymore. She's got trust issues. So yeah, I completely understand. It's maturing. They're in college. It's supposed to happen, but at the same time you can't blame a girl for grieving the Wesless that we had. So that is the only reason I give this a 4. I mean, the story wise, everything is good. I was not completely content while I was reading this book, and also I think till the last 70-80 pages of the book they're not together. They don't have that silly banter they used to have in the first book. So yeah, I felt like I lost Wesless. I think my next book is going to be something PDF or ebook, so let's go. Hello guys, so it's 15th of November and it's 10:57 right now, and I'm about to read It Happened One Summer, a physical book, Into the Water, but I don't feel like reading crime thriller or murder mystery right now, so I think I'm gonna go for It Happened One Summer, and I have this ebook, so I'm going to read it on my phone. I'm just gonna go ahead and read it now, even though it's 11 o'clock in the night, because I have 3 days of holiday from tomorrow, so tomorrow I can wake up really late, so I'm going to sleep really late and read as much as possible today. Now I'm ready to start the most anticipated book for me in a really, really long time, that is Powerless. Okay, it seems like this is the only one thing that Bookstagram can talk right now, because this and Reckless, it's getting all the hype. So I thought, why not read it? And my friends gave me this book for my birthday. This is one of the books, this and Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and I have been waiting to get my hands on this book for so long, so I'm just gonna read this today. I almost forgot what I think about It Happened One Summer. It's a really great book, and Tessa Bailey, as everybody says, is a really good author. I think this was my first book of hers and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I think I'm going to give it a 4 or a 5. Yeah, it was a really cliche romance book and it was an easy read, so nothing out of the ordinary, I think, for me. But I really loved Hannah's character in the book, the sister of the female character, the sister of the female main character. I think the next book, the second book, is about her and Fox, so I really want to read that book. But before that, yeah, as I told you, I'm going to read Powerless. The more I look at this book, the more I fall in love with this. Like, how pretty. Okay, I'm going to read. Bye. So right now I'm leaving for a book fair that's in Electronic City. Me and my other book friend, she's actually my colleague, we're going together, and this is my outfit of the day. Super cute fit. I am in love with it, so let's go. Okay, now for the book haul. I got 4 books. I actually went for a lock the box kind of fair where we could buy like 10 to 12 books in they will give you, like, there was a mini box at 1200 and there was a bigger box at 2200 and another box at 3000. So they will give you a box for that for that amount of money, so you can put as many books that fits into it in that box, and all those books will be yours. So me and my other friend, she's also into reading, so we went for the fair to get as many books as possible. But once we got there, we realized that there were not many books in my wish list that were there in that offer. But the books I wanted were there, but not at that price. They were fairly cheap comparing to what you will get outside, but they were not under the offer 10 books for 1200 or one box for 1200. So we ditched the box and then we got the books that we actually wanted. So the first book I'll be reading in this vlog actually, so that is Reckless, Shatter Me, Once Upon a Broken Heart. After getting this, I realized I should have gotten the Caravel series first. Like, some people say the Caravel series has this has a little bit of spoilers for Caravel, but some other people say you can read this and then Caravel. I don't know what to do. If you guys have read it before, just let me know if I can just go for it or if I should read Caravel first. And then the final book, things we never got over. These are the 4 books that I got. I got these all together for 1050 rupees or something, and that was a steal, I'm not gonna lie. I also got like 2 bookmarks. One bookmark of Stranger Things Steve and Dustin, and another of Harry Potter. Now, back to the show. This is a Saturday, so after I came back from work, I had work today, so after I came back from work, I slept for two and a half hours. It's 9:30 right now, so I'm gonna 9:20 right now, so I think I'm gonna read the whole night tonight as much as possible. And I have my little buttermilk right here. I just oiled my hair and I'm ready to read now. Yeah. And also I'm still at 128 pages, but I can call right now that both the brothers Kit and Kai are gonna fall in love with our main character, because I don't know, like Kit seems to be teasing Kai about Peyton, but I have a feeling that Kit might like her also. They have gone out of their way to show us that Kit and Kai have a really good relationship, and something has to come in between. There has to be a conflict. So I think Kit and Kai are both gonna fall for Peyton. So let's see, is it just my delusion, or have I become really good at predicting things? I'm just gonna say I ate it up. I just ate it up. I know it's not really a groundbreaking plot, it's just a generic plot. And also, I am a huge fan of Hunger Games, so I can definitely see a lot of Hunger Games in this. And also, I'm gonna say nowhere near Hunger Games, nowhere near Hunger Games. But as a really, like quick read, I'm not gonna say it's a quick read because it is 500 pages, but as like shutting my brain off kind of read, this is really good. It has a generic male character, it has a generic badass female character. I think all about this book is generic and cliche. That's what makes it amazing. Like, it's cliche for a reason. I loved Kai. I mean, he's this banter kind of guy, and I've always loved cocky banter type of male characters in books. And Peyton is a badass, for the lack of a better word. So I kind of loved everything about this book. I was a little skeptical because all the it had all the hype on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, wherever you go. Powerless has had a lot of hype around it, but all the my trusted reviewers hated this book. I mean, I can see why. If you've read a lot of fantasy books, I can see why you wouldn't like this. The world building was not really specific, or like she wasn't trying too much to make the world feel lived in. But as a person, like I my first fantasy book ever is Harry Potter, and then after that I did not read fantasy forever. Forever. And then I read Shadow and Bone this year, Shadow and Bone trilogy, and then after that this is my third series in fantasy. So I can understand why people who've read a lot of fantasy might not like this, but for me it was really good. So right after that I had to go for Reckless. So right off the bat, this is so small than Powerless, so freaking small than Powerless. Powerless was like 500 pages and this was barely 400, and it was nice. It was okay. I mean, it did not live up to Powerless. Of course, in my head, like, I wanted more powers. The best thing about the book one, even though it was generic, the best thing about the book one that I loved is the powers. I loved reading about the powers, and in this book there are no powers. I mean, yeah, okay, I somehow got over that, and I read it because of the banter. I loved the banter between Kai and Peyton. I mean, it's all generic, it's all I've read it in a lot of books, a lot of romance books, but this, like, I don't know why I ate it up. It was really repetitive, like they were in Ilya in the beginning, and then she fled to Dor. She had a long montage of her being in the Scorches, and then she went to Dor, and then Kai also went to Dor, and then he got her there, and then they went to a room, then they went a bed and bath, and then from there they came back to the Scorchers, and then from there again they went to Dor, and then he got her again, and again they went to bed and bath. So it was a lot of repetitive scenes. I mean, it would have been better if there were more places that we could have uncovered. So that's my review on Reckless. I mean, I give Powerless a solid 4 out of 5. I give Reckless 3.5 out of 5. No, I'm gonna say 3.8. I don't know. I enjoyed the book, but it was not really good. But I ate it up. I just ate it up. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3.8 out of 5. One more thing I forgot to mention about Reckless is I kind of, if you've read the book, then you will understand this. But I'm not going to spoil anything. I started to predict the plot twist at the end of the book, from like 60% of the book, 50-60% of the book, when it was like, hinted at in those like chapters. I started to predict it, but I was like, no, she's not gonna go that way. I mean, Lauren is not gonna go that way. Kit is not gonna do that. No, it's too far fetched. But at the end, I'm like, what? But yeah, here's a clip of me when I actually read the plot twist. So that was the reading vlog, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Next, I'm gonna read Shatter Me. I mean, I've been dying to read this book. I think I've also like listened to the audiobook of the first chapter of this book, but I stopped it because I really wanted to read it, not just listen to it, if you understand. So I'm gonna read it. I mean, it's really, it's a really short book compared to what I thought it was. The font is also really big. It's not small. So I think I'm gonna breeze pass through this. I'm going to Goa next week, so I'm gonna take this with me so that I can read it on the beach, romanticize my life. So this was the vlog. Now I'm going to start reading Shatter Me while I drink my boba. So I ordered this boba. But it came like this. I don't know how I'm going to drink this because it doesn't have a straw for the boba, and my straw that I have doesn't fit the boba, so I don't know how I'm going to drink this. I'm just gonna gulp it down. I'm gonna go now. Namaste. Bye bye.